Here we go. Here we go.
Stand by for ludicrous speed.
Okay, my dear Saunders.
Gregory.
Eagle looking right, you're down.
Greg Saunders.
Greg Saunders.
Greg Saunders!
Wow. Hey, great.
I got it.
We interrupt this sound file to bring you a terrifying announcement.
Are you aware that you're leaking coolant at an alarming rate?
Show us the skills that have made you a media darling.
Well, I'm glad we got all that out in the open.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Saturday Morning Stateline Show.
Seriously, if you think about it, a hamburger really doesn't have a front or a back until you bite it. I'm Greg. He's Tom. Are you having a hamburger for breakfast? What are you munching on over there?
I was an apple.
Oh, good
And the
morning.
funny thing about it is there is no ham in a hamburger either.
There's no ham in a hamburger unless you make some really special hamburger patties. It's the 22nd day of October, the year 2022, the latest it has ever been.
In the history of mankind.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. And it's a 2222.
That's
Now,
right.
I made the mistake. A few months ago of calling Bonza Bottler Day on a day that was not a Bonza Bottler Day. I'm not going to make that mistake today. It's not a Bonza Bottler Day because the number of the month is 10 and the day of the month right now is 22. Just because 22 and 22 are the year and the number of the day of the month equal, that's not a Bonza Bottler Day. You remember this?
I remember. I couldn't tell you for the life of me what Bonza Bottler means.
Yes, look it up. It's fun. It's meant to be fun. When the day of the month equals the number of the month. So 10/10/22 is a Bonza Bottler Day. And the first day of January is obviously New Year's Day. So you don't need a Bonza Bottler Day on January. But there's months of the calendar when you really don't have any holidays. So the Bonza Bottler Day is meant to take care of that for you. So you got a reason to celebrate every single month. Anyway, we got a big number of the week. Let's see if this thing still works. I made this a couple weeks ago. Ooh, scary almost. Our big number of the week this week, ladies and gentlemen, is 60 million. Yes, 60 million is a big number. Our answer this week is river or restaurants. River or restaurants. We will give you the answer before the end of the show. Our current race to 10 has Tom leading by a commanding score of 7-3.
Oh, so we both got a point last week.
You both got points last week. So, yeah.
Okay.
So this from here on out, it makes sense for Joann to not answer quickly, to listen to your answer and go in the opposite direction. That's really what she should be doing. I'm not,
Sure,
she can do whatever she wants. She can do whatever she wants, but we want to know your guesses. Please share your guesses on our Saturday Morning Stateline Show page, on the comments, on the YouTube, on the LinkedIn. Met a bunch of people, about 30 people at a BNI group this week, Tom, they were very friendly, very nice, and large BNI business networking group in Rockford. And so hopefully we have a few of them tuning in today for the first time saying, oh, yeah, that's cool. A Saturday Morning Stateline Show about Rockford stuff. We'll tune in for that. And every week I'm telling you, go ahead and try to do a search. Go ahead and Google search 60 million and river and restaurants and see if you can find the story that I found that made me a little bit pique my interest and put it in the show today. All right. You lean in one direction or the other yet, Tom?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe.
All right. He's not going to let on. That's okay.
Well, I can let you know. I don't care.
Right. So,
But if I decide to change it, then I don't want to like throw it out there and say, well, at the last minute I decided to change it.
it's your prerogative. Till the end of the show, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah,
It's totally fine. All right. So let's jump in. Before we get to our guest, we got our guest from MEDICARE411 to join us here. In crowd week is this week, the last regular in crowd meeting of the year. As we mentioned, every month, in crowd meets the last Thursday of the month, January through October, and then we skip November because of Thanksgiving, obviously, and we do a fundraising event at the beginning of December. This year, it's December 7th, a Wednesday night, at the Landscape Connection on South Mulford Road. This is going to be a really fun night. This is going to be one of the best fundraisers we've ever had for Mosaic of Rockford. The Mosaic Christmas fundraiser will have food and drink and music and networking and liquor and wine bottle draws, Christmas walk of lights, and raffle tickets. There's a really cool decked out gnome themed tree they're making this year. And then there's a $20 buy-in for chips for the casino games through the store, with a live prize auction at the end to win prizes. So you're going to buy chips for $20, try to win as many chips as you can before the night comes to an end, and then you're going to use those chips to buy auction items at the end of the night. Very fun. And as it sits right now, I'm going to be a dealer at one of the blackjack tables. Yeah. And I tend to cheat, not for the house. That's what I'm saying. All right. So, yeah, I don't know. The house don't want to win.
Like me cheating on the big number.
That's no, a little different, because I want them to win. I don't need the house to win. But anyway, shout outs for this week. I wanted to make sure I said some happy birthdays. I got a hat too. All right, happy birthday hats on. Happy birthday!
Nice.
Oh, isn't this beautiful? Where'd my birthdays go? There they are. Our buddy Gary Reisinger's birthday is today. Gary's one of the preferred home inspectors that we use at Team Sold on Tony Keller Williams Realty Signature. He's a great guy, and he's awesome too. A wonderful lady who was at that BNI networking group that I was at this week. But his birthday is actually today. Happy birthday, Gary! Hope you have an awesome weekend celebrating, however old it is that you are. I don't know.
My daughter's birthday was yesterday. We're celebrating it this morning. As soon as I get out of here, heading over to the sunrise on Harrison.
Happy birthday, little Warner.
Well, yeah, little Oka now.
Okay. Yeah. So happy birthday to Gary. Wanted to shout him out today. Shout outs for this week. Again, that BNI group that meets at the Pavilion at Aldine Golf Club. What a beautiful facility that place is. Great place for a meeting. And obviously, if you haven't been there yet for a wedding, it's a great place for a wedding. Awesome wedding venue. And they do their BNI group there, which it's plenty of room for them for that. Shout out to Edwards Apple Orchard this week. Our team Sold on Tony Keller Williams Realty. We did our bi-weekly meeting out at Edwards this last Tuesday and enjoyed some cider and donuts and apple pie. We had a big discussion about apple pie and cheese. Are you good with the apple pie with the slice of cheese on top, Tom?
I would eat it, but no, not really. Apple pie is apple pie. Cheese is cheese. It's like I like Hershey bars and I like ketchup, but I don't like them together.
Well, I did the apple pie a la mode. I did the big scoop of vanilla ice cream on top of my pie, but Josiah and a couple others did with the cheese slice, which I like too. I'm not against that, but a few of our group was like, no, this is not.
Yeah, it just seems too weird for me. I would eat it. They're not mushrooms, so what the heck?
Right? No, I for a change of pace, I like it once in a while, but and at Edwards Apple Orchard, you really can't go wrong either way because their apple pie is amazing.
No, you cannot.
Kudos to them as they're wrapping up their season here. If you haven't gotten out there, they're open till 6:00, I believe, every night till the end of the month. Quick shout out to our vet for our Veda's laying over here next to me this morning. And even though she just heard her name, she's not moving, and that's okay. She's just chilling out. She had her annual exam this week, and Perryville Pet has done a great job with helping me and our family manage Veda's anxiety, being the rescue dog that she is, and the issues, whatever issues she had pre-becoming a Saunders. It's, basically scarred her for life. But the good news is she loves 4 people, and they're all in this house, and she takes care of us. But other than those 4 people, she's really has a problem with anybody else, even after they've not become strangers anymore, which is kind of the sad thing. So we've managed her anxieties with some pharmaceuticals, and helped her live a more calm life, and she's doing pretty well with that. So I think she's about 10 or 11 years old now, because we don't know exactly how old she was when we got her, but she's right around that 10 to 11 year old mark. So she's starting to feel her age a little bit, that's for sure. So kudos to Perryville Pet Hospital.
Well, my oldest dog is she's going on 12 now, and she's starting to feel her age too. When she walks down the hallway, her foot will slip, and you can hear it. She's slipping she's her back legs. So that's kind of a sad moment for us. I don't know what'll happen, but we'll see.
Yep. The back leg, the hips kind of start to go a little bit, and that's what they do. I think a couple more shout outs. We wanted to give a shout out to Rascals Bar and Grill up by the Speedway. Sampled their fish fry for the first time last night. I hadn't been there yet, and they have got a wonderful menu. They got good food up at Rascals, and I recommend the baked cod. I did the baked. I know it's fish fry Friday, but I prefer the baked fish. Healthier.
Yeah. No, gotta go fried.
I went out with my daughter, and she's like, baked fried, huh? Baked fish, huh, Dad? I'm like, well, fried fish is probably tastier, but the baked cod, it tastes good and it's healthier. So I'm gonna treat the heart to the healthier food and can still enjoy the fish.
Yeah,
trying to be smart. And then the last shout out here, Christian Life Schools. Rough season with their football team this year, but they finished out their season with their senior night on Thursday night this last week, and kudos to their 4 seniors who played best that they could, pushed it to the limit. The team that they played against, AFC, is going to the playoffs for the first time in probably 4 or 5 years, maybe more than that. But AFC, which had been playing 11-on-11 up until recently, is now playing 8-on-8 football out of their school, and they got to the 6-win mark. So kudos to the AFC Raiders for going on to the playoffs, and kudos to the Christian Life Eagles seniors for giving it their all this season.
What was their final record?
I believe they were 0-6 or 1-5.
Oh,
wow. They didn't win a home game. They might have won an away game, but I don't remember for sure.
So they only play a 6-game schedule.
I don't know how many games total they played. They only played 4 home games. So, yeah.
Normally, high school's 9 games.
Right.
So they might have played
AFC
5
did play all 9. AFC did play all 9. So I don't know. It escapes me at the moment, Tom. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. No, you're good.
And then, of course, our Packers. Before we get to our guests, we should probably depress ourselves by talking about our Packers a little bit.
Well, here's what I think is going to happen. I think they're going to win today. I think they're going to right the ship today. I'm at LaFleur team. I don't believe, other than being 0-1 a couple of years in a row, has never been under 500 this deep in the season. I don't anticipate them going 3-4. I anticipate them going 4-3. Next week is a very tough game against Buffalo. I think it's Buffalo next week.
They're at Washington tomorrow, right?
Washington, right? Tomorrow.
Right. And the Commanders are a mess. If you think the Bears were a mess, the Commanders are a mess.
They're a big mess, except Carson Wentz, who I think is an awful quarterback, is on the shelf. Taylor Heineke is a very good quarterback.
Who I like.
He almost beat the Packers last year.
I like.
I look for him to have a pretty good game. Packers defense has to step it up. Look, the reason the Packers have lost the last 2 weeks in a row is primarily the defense. I realize they only scored 10 points on offense last week, but when you keep giving up points on the defense, it simply makes the offensive job that much harder. And the Jets defense was pretty doggone good last week. I mean, Green Bay needed to hold the Jets. They
give up a blocked punt touchdown.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, special teams gave up points. Yeah, it was. I'm a little bit
and a blocked field goal.
I'm not sure what LaFleur is thinking by not using Aaron Jones more. I just don't understand that.
Yeah, 6 carries last week. I don't get this. He's nursing an injury and he doesn't want to prolong it, but then you figure out something, bring somebody up from the practice squad to take some a little bit of the load off, because you're going to burn out AJ Dillon otherwise.
Right. I thought I saw a stat somewhere where it was like the Packers are 20-2 when Aaron Jones carries the ball 15 times or more.
Yeah,
I think something like that. And I was like, yeah, I mean, get this guy the ball some more.
Give him the first 15 plays, let him run it, and then we all go home.
We're done. We won.
We're done. Yeah, we got a field goal. We win 3-0. We're done.
All set.
No, I like I said, I think they're going to win today, tomorrow, and I'm no prediction because I've been horrible at predictions this entire year. So, but I think they're going to win. And I think it'll be a fairly good game. And I think this will be the game that gets them back on the right track. You'll hear Aaron Rodgers say stuff like, well, we finally put together 4 quarters. That's what I think is going to be the theme. Well, we finally put together 4 quarters. Because look what they did against New England. They should have went up against New England. Against Tampa Bay. They should have went up 21-3. Were it not for that fumble that I still don't know as if it was a fumble on the 1 yard line or on the goal line.
Oh, right.
And then they ended up winning 14-12. So it means they scored 0 in the second half.
Uh-huh.
And then against the Giants, they're up 20-10 at the half. And then they ended up losing the game 27-22. And the only reason they got a 2 was simply because it was a given safety with like 13 seconds left. They were trying to run time off the clock. And then last week they scored 10 points. So they've been absolutely pathetic for the last 3 or 4 games.
Yes, they have. So.
And you know what, Aaron Rodgers, you cannot blame your receiving core. I can partially blame the management for Green Bay for that, getting him guys like an Odell Beckham Jr. And there are guys out there. I mean, I don't know how OBJ would work in Green Bay, but I guarantee you this: if he gets 5 catches and one of them's a touchdown, he's working better than most of what they have right now.
Yeah,
so
yeah. What's he asking for? What's
yeah. Well, I don't know. I think he'd be content just to play. I'll take $1 million for the rest of the year, or whatever. That's a steal of a deal. Even $5 million for the rest of the year is a steal of a deal. So figure it out. Get Aaron Rodgers some kind of help, but also be a little more innovative on offense. Right now, what's happening is Aaron Rodgers is running for his life, and he's looking for short little dink and dunk passes. Because you don't have a deep threat, the defenses are teeing off on them. They know that they can rush 3 and be fine because they'll cover every single back that takes away the middle. That's all they have to do is take away the middle because there's no deep threat. Then one of those 3 and then add a 4th, a linebacker that's stunting or something like that. He gets in, Aaron Rodgers goes down. And that's been the modus operandi for all of the defenses that have beaten Green Bay lately.
Hitting sacked a lot. So, the offensive line is not.
You got to have a deep threat. When you had Jordy, when you had Greg Jennings, when you had Devontae, when you had James Jones, you always had that deep threat. Right now, they don't. Even Randall Cobb is on the shelf. So, no deep threat. Romeo Doubs could be a deep threat, but he's still a little sketchy on running routes. Christian Watson's injured again. He's a deep threat. But he is so brand new that you can't trust him. Sammy Watkins is injured.
Once he gets healthy, he'll be the deep threat, but he's got to get healthy.
Yeah.
It's a challenge. All right. Well, let's bring in our guest, and I don't see her, but I see her. Hopefully we can hear her. Tracy Fultz from MEDICARE411. Good morning, Tracy.
Good morning. I didn't know you were going to. Oh, well. I'm not camera ready, but we work. Right.
Well, it's already 8:15. I don't want to hold you off too much longer here. And John is also out somewhere and about. So let's see if I can bring him in. Good morning,
There he
John.
Good morning.
It's in crowd time, buddy.
Morning,
Woohoo.
John.
In crowd for the week, the last monthly in crowd of the year. And we get to do it at this awesome place called MEDICARE411. You always throw a good party, Tracy. I'm really excited about this.
Well, we're going to have a lot of fun for sure. I've got some prepared. We're going to have some lovely appetizers from Green Fire, which some adult beverages, because I'm kind of known for that specialty cocktail for the evening. So we're going to have a lot of fun, and I'm going to throw out, as always, we try to help our lovely charity partner, Mosaic. So if you type of hygiene item, they're always looking for that. You can bring me cat. Very happy to take any type of donation that evening. And obviously we're gearing up for the big in December, which you already mentioned, which is also going to be a fabulous time. But in crowd, all business owners, and I just happen to be very blessed to be the host this month.
Very, very looking forward to it. And again, John, for those who are unfamiliar with In Crowd, fill us in on what In Crowd's all about, my man.
Hey, well, first off, again, thanks, Tracy, for host. Crowd is the largest free networking group in the Rockford region. We've been going on 14, 15. We're open to everybody. You know, you get involved in a lot of different networking groups, going out to one person per category. We don't care if you got 10 realtors, 10 insurance agents, 10 trivia guys. I just don't care. You know, come have fun, network, find out who's out there. The last few months, we've had a bunch of new faces. You know, just you get to learn what other people's businesses are, what they're doing to be successful, and contact some new friends.
Absolutely. I had the chance this last week to go be a visitor at a BNI group locally here, which is probably the best BNI group I've ever been to before. Wonderful situation they got set up. They meet weekly, and it's not cheap to join. So I'm not. It might be worth it for some businesses to do that, and I definitely don't discourage people from doing that if that's something that they want to commit to every week. But I do like the monthly format that we have, and just the free form networking. Invite new people. Like you said, it doesn't matter what categories. They're all welcome to come and hang out for a couple hours on a Thursday, last Thursday of the month, and meet some new people. Tracy's signal keeps going in and out on us. I don't know what's going on there. Now you're there again, Tracy. I can see you. My little gauge says you've got a 10 out of 10 network connection, so I'm not sure why she keeps bowing out. So MEDICARE411 is on Harrison, almost right across the street from the post office on Harrison. And it's the lower level offices of the State Farm building there on Harrison. So hopefully we'll have a good turnout. The weather this weekend is going to be great. It might be a little bit on the wet side Thursday. It looks like it might rain a little bit Tuesday, Wednesday, maybe Thursday. But she's got plenty of room inside, so there's no worry about that.
There's gonna be plenty of room, and if you've ever been, if you've ever been to an event that's a lot of fun, a lot of craziness, and we definitely have a lot of room in that building. So it's got the whole lower half there, so there's room to do things. And if it's not raining, some of us. So, definitely gonna be a lot of fun. And the one thing I encourage everybody to do, bring somebody, attend alone, bring somebody with you. So it's definitely going to be worth your time and worth your while.
In crowd 5:30 this Thursday night. We'll probably be there till 8:30 or 9, knowing Tracy. What? Oh, you cut out on me. What?
I said I think you're going to be
even later.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, John, looking forward to seeing you on Thursday. And Tracy, thanks for jumping on with us. She lost her connection there, but Thursday night, last regular in crowd of the season before our December 7th fundraiser out at Landscape Connection. So join us at Medicare 411, 5:30 till it's done, at least 8 or 8:30, maybe later. So, all right, man, you have a great weekend, John.
Appreciate everything. Appreciate you guys doing this, and definitely look forward to at least seeing you, Greg, one of these times.
Well, there's an outside chance I may not have to work this Thursday night. If that's the case, I will be there.
All right.
That's recorded, right, Greg?
Here's hoping. All right, thanks, buddy. We'll see you Thursday.
Bye, John.
I appreciate it, guys.
Join us on Thursday at In Crowd if you can. Mosaic. There'll be a little bit of a fundraising aspect this Thursday for Mosaic. There's a big fundraising aspect for the December 7th event at Connection, and we hope you can come out and join us for that. All right, Medicare 411. Thanks again. We have our good friend Joann out at the PAWS Humane Society this morning, where there's always activity. Good morning, Joann.
Good morning.
How are things at PAWS?
Good morning.
We do have new dogs coming in, but they are keeping them in the van, so no noisy dogs.
No noisy dogs, but my girl was laying here next to me a little while ago. I think she got up and left.
You were too boring.
I was too boring. She's got a nice comfy comforter blanket right here next to my desk, and she sometimes will lay on it, but sometimes she's just out there on the carpet and stuff. Well, whatever makes you comfortable, it's fine.
Yeah, I think they did a run. There's a barking dog in the office, but I haven't seen him yet, or her. She's probably just alone.
Let's get into our stuff for this week. What do you say? I've got some randoms to share, including stuff to do from our friends at GoRockford.com. First off, today, there's a bunch of stuff going on today. There's a trunk or treat event going on today, guys, at the Kegel Harley-Davidson over there by the mall. Kegel Harley-Davidson featuring monsters from Carnival of Carnage. Ooh. Valley Orchard, hot apple cider and donut samples, candy provided by local businesses and riding organizations. Noon to 2, absolutely free at the Kegel Harley-Davidson, Cherry Valley. Should be fun. The Rockford Ice Hogs opens up their first home game is tonight. And they're doing a bunch of fun stuff downtown starting at 4:30, the corner of Main and Elm. They've got an opening act block party presented by Hard Rock Casino, Hard Rock Hammy t-shirt giveaways, live music from Miles Nielsen and the Rusted Hearts, food trucks, beer specials, all going downtown for opening night as the Ice Hogs host the Chicago Wolves, who won the AHL title last year. Big rivalry between the Rockford Ice Hogs and the Chicago Wolves, and it starts tonight. 4:30 party downtown, 7 o'clock, I believe 7:05. The puck drops on the new ice. And they got lots of new stuff in the BMO as well. They did a lot of updates, I guess, recently to check out. So always a fun time at the Ice Hogs game. Midway Village Museum, they've got their All Hallows Eve going on event today from noon to 6. It's $6 per person. Kids 4 and under, and of course museum members are free. In-person trick-or-treating outdoors in the Victorian Village. It's back. Come in costume, trick-or-treat throughout the historic village buildings. There's potato sack races. Online admission prices available. However, you can purchase your admission right at the gate when you arrive. $6 for anyone over the age of 4, unless, of course, you're a member of Midway Village Museum on Guilford Road in Rockford. Fall Family Day is happening nature at the Confluence today from 10 to 1. This is up at 306 Dicktop Street in South Beloit. Something for everybody, including story time with the South Beloit Public Library, a guided hike with 815 outside, and you can build your own natural journal with Welty Environmental Center. All kinds of things going on. New 10 to 1. Nature at the Confluence in South Beloit. It is free. A suggested donation of $10 would help them out greatly if you can do that. Severson Dells Nature Center has their Spook the Dells event today. That's from 6 to 8. This is $5 for members and $8 for general admission. No reason to be afraid of the woods. Well, maybe there is. This Halloween at the Severson Dells, learn more about nocturnal animals at this very family-friendly event. They've got a paved path, an interactive theater experience highlighting the amazing nocturnal animals that call Severson Dells home. That's out on Montague Road. If you've never been out there before, 8786 Montague Road, just west of town. It's a nice drive out there, the fall colors to see, and of course, all the fun stuff that they do at Severson Dells Nature Center. And then finally, the Path of Pumpkins is happening at Anderson Japanese Gardens all this week. That starts today, runs through next Sunday. It looks pretty cool. Anderson Japanese Gardens, partnering with schools from across the region to provide a new Halloween-themed outdoor experience. Middle and high school students showcasing their pumpkin carving creativity with individual exhibits consisting of multiple carved pumpkins. And they've created a Path of Pumpkins. Cost of regular garden admission for non-members, free for all garden members. That's today and tomorrow, 9 to 5. And then all this week, Monday through Friday, 9 to 6, Saturday, Sunday, 9 to 5. So that's all the stuff from our friends at GoRockford.com. The NBA season tipped off this week. I don't know if anyone's paid much attention to the NBA tipping off. I got a question for Tom. He probably knows the answer to this one. To celebrate the NBA season tipping off, there are only 4 NBA teams without the letter S at the end of their name. Can you identify all 4 NBA teams without the letter S?
Miami Heat, Utah Jazz.
Those are the 2 I got right away, and the other 2 I forgot. I had to make them. How long do I get? You keep thinking. I'll go on to the next story.
All right.
Early October, the Greek electrical system ran on 100% renewable energy for 5 hours. First time that the country's grid was entirely renewable powered. 5 hours only, by the way, kids. That's all.
Oklahoma City Thunder.
There's another one.
I got one more. I'll get it.
In California, they ran their grid at 99.8% renewables for the first time back in May. Now, it was only for 2 minutes, but they did do it for at least a short period of time. All this to say, we're quite a ways away from being able to run our high demand electrical systems on renewables only. So for those who are placing a lot of their hopes and dreams in running all of our electrical systems on renewable energies, it's a long ways off still, kids. It's a long ways off. The technology's got a ways to go. We still need fossil fuels. Sorry. Do you allow your pets to lick your dinner plates after your meal?
Guilty.
All the time?
No.
No. Well, you have too many pets. That would be a chaos if you did that.
No. It's kind of a funny story. My grandpa used to do that, and then he would pick the plate off the floor and say, "Oh, this one looks clean," and put it in the. And so we never ate at my grandpa's house.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Unless my wife's really gone crazy with something spicy on her plate, we pretty much let Veda lick our plates clean after every meal, and she loves it. That's like a treat for her. So, some pet owners are okay to share their ice cream cones with their pets. I'm not going to eat the same ice cream cone that Veda's eating. Just not going to do it. Eating off their fork during dinner.
I don't think they share.
No. There was even a story of a woman who pre-chewed dinner scraps for her exotic bird.
Oh, well, that's what a mama bird does.
That's what a mama bird does.
Yeah. Regurgitates it.
Yeah. Anyway, what do you do? Put in the comments. Yeah, right.
I don't love my pets that much. You do go to Dairy Queen and get the pup cups, and I think there's several places they give you little cups for a quarter. I think they used to be free, but I think they thought people were getting them for their kids.
Tiny.
And I think they're a quarter or 49 cents, and they're in a little cup with a dog biscuit, and you can give it to your dog.
That's fun.
Or eat it yourself.
So I was looking this week at some of our archived shows, because we've been doing this show a long time. I thought, wow, I should go back and number all the shows since we started back in 2013. No, I'm not going to do that. But I did notice that I had a show prep sheet from October 22nd, 2016. From 4 years ago today, we all did a show together, guys.
2016 would have been 6 years ago.
Is that what I said?
Yeah.
I know you said 2016.
2016. So 6 years ago today. And 6 years ago today, we had John Berlin on from In Crowd, and Keith from Cornerstone Wealth Management, who was the host of that particular month of In Crowd. Joann, of course, was on from PAWS with us. She's been on every week. I think in our 9 years, you might have missed maybe 3 or 4 shows total.
Yeah, I tried to be.
You are amazing. And there was another guest we had on a couple years before that in October this time. Do you remember the guy who wrote the book 1,000 Awesome Things? Neil Peshrika was on our show December of 2013. He wrote 1,000 Awesome Things, turned it into a book, and he has a website, 1000awesomethings.com. And he's in the process of writing another book. He was a worker. I want to say he worked at Walmart. He was still working at Walmart when we had him on the show, but his book has sold so well and his website has done so well. He speaks around the country now and just does his thing on 1,000 Awesome Things. So if you haven't checked it out yet, check out 1,000 Awesome Things. I'm going to put that in the chat this morning. And Neil was on our show December of 2013.
We knew him when?
He's still doing his thing. All right, one of the funny things. Yeah, he was still at Walmart back then. One of the things that is kind of a funny thing, I guess. Did you know back in the 1880s in England, the word pants was considered a dirty word?
Oh. My dog.
So what did you call
all the time?
Pants, like pants meaning your trousers, or pants meaning pants, like the dog pants.
That must be the reason, right? Because I was only thinking trousers, but in the 1880s, did they even call trousers pants?
Probably not.
Ah, okay. Now that makes a little more sense. Yeah. Don't say that dirty word. Ooh, pants.
Yeah.
How dare you? All right. A factory sealed first edition 8 gigabyte iPhone was sold at auction recently. The original price, $599 back in 2007. At auction this last week, they got $39,000 for it.
Wow.
Wow.
It's only 15 years old, but it's factory sealed, never been opened. If you think that's awesome, how about this? A pair of Levi's jeans, pants, from the 1880s. They were recently found by a denim archaeologist in an abandoned mine, and they sold that at auction in New Mexico, fetching $87,000. So you think your distressed pair of pants is worth something? Go lose a pair of pants in a abandoned mine for 140 years and then bring them out. Now you've got something. I don't know. Are any of you orange lovers? Do you like having a orange once in a while, or orange juice?
I love oranges.
We used to get oranges every year for Christmas. So oranges always seem special to me because of that. This year, your oranges are probably going to be quite more expensive. The USDA forecasting 28 million boxes of oranges to be produced this season, thanks to Hurricane Ian. That is the lowest level since 1943. That's down 32%
Wow.
from last year. So a third less oranges should mean probably higher orange juice and orange prices. Couple more things for randoms this week. In October 18, 1977, Tom, I wonder if you remember this, because I remember this. The New York Yankees were in the World Series against the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Okay.
1977, October 18th, something monumental happened on this day, or not this day, but October 18th, 1977. Yankees versus Dodgers. The Yankees did a player on the Yankees did something I don't think it's ever been done before or since.
Reggie Jackson hit his 5th home run of the series.
You are really close. You got the guy right. He did something in one game. I don't think it ever has been done before.
Probably hit for the cycle.
3 home runs in consecutive at-bats.
Okay, there you go.
Wow.
3 home runs in a row.
And that added to his 5th home run, 5 home runs in that series.
Right. I don't remember what game number that was.
So I was going to say, if that 3rd home run in that game was the 5th home run in the series, then I got it.
No, yeah.
I don't know though.
That was so exciting. Even though I've never really been a Yankees fan or Dodgers fan, I really didn't care who won or lost the game. It was so exciting. I think Billy Martin was still managing at the time, if I remember right.
Yeah.
So the Yankees were the Yankees. They were something else. And Jackson hits, and he was almost like the Muhammad Ali of baseball.
Oh yeah.
You know? He had that attitude like, I'm the greatest, and he went out there and usually proved it. He was so good.
I'm not entirely sure about this, but I think he's the only baseball player to have 2 numbers retired in 2 different teams.
Because he played for what, the
There
Angels?
might be more. No, well, he did actually. I think after the Yankees, he played for the Oakland A's. He was number 9, and he got that number retired, and then he got 44 retired from the Yankees.
He was something else, Reggie Jackson.
He really was, yeah.
3 home runs in a row, October of 77.
Then he starred in Benchwarmers.
Then he's
Benchwarmers.
Did a little acting.
Yeah, did a little acting. He was in quite a few movies, actually. He had quite the career.
All
right, Greg, I'm drawing a blank on that 4th one. I've been going in my head. Which was it?
Let's see if any of these other things tip it off here. Amazon is going to stream NFL's first Black Friday football game next year. So this year you've got Thanksgiving Day games. Next year you'll have Thanksgiving Day games and a Black Friday game.
Wow.
Oh, geez. Wow, that's so cool. You're talking NFL now, right?
NFL. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all.
No.
And before we get to the NBA team that doesn't have an S at the end of their name, there's a website that you can use to find phrases of anything that's been said. Let's see if this link works. It's not going to work. All right. So I'm going to open up this website. And this is called playphrase.me. And I want to put this in the chat before we do this here. Playphrase.me. So tell me a phrase that you want to hear said from a movie. It doesn't have to be a movie. Just here's an idea. I've got to get back. If you want to hear someone say, I've got to get back, you can type in, I've got to get back, and the website.
5 minutes. I've got to get back to the hall.
I would love to, but I've got to get back to my shop.
I've got to get back to my friends. I've got to get back and look sad.
I've got to get back now.
Did you hear all those?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I replay that again?
That could take forever. My luck would be the 312th clip that I would finally figure it out. Orlando Magic.
Yay! There you go. You found it.
Yeah, but I had help on that one.
I wanted to find
somebody
phrases that
texted
actually
me.
use my name.
Somebody
So-
texted me the number, and I don't want to out them for helping me cheat. So,
Well, thanks for the help. That's okay. We like that.
So you have a personal Google.
I do have a
Yourself.
personal Google. Yeah,
Let's
working
let's
on
see
that
if we
big
can
number
find
now. So.
movies that use the name Joann. You ready for this?
All right.
Here we go.
I keep thinking about Joann.
Joann is devastated.
Like Joann in her science fiction film.
Someone posted in her blog that it was the real reason that Joann had accepted to do a play in London.
Yeah, well, personally, I never think about John Ellis.
So there's 5 movies right there that mention Joann.
Wow,
That's
I'm
actually
famous.
pretty cool because
I can only
there are a lot of times when I'm doing, say, a trivia party for somebody specifically, and I need to have like a clip with their name in it. That is cool.
If you have any questions, I'm sure that Tom has the answers.
Thank you, Tom.
Tom Collins, with lime, not lemon, please.
And Tom took care of them.
Now, Tom, you take this to nick the bubble, and we get rid of it quick.
That's all right. Now, does it stop at 4 or 5, or
it only
is
gives
it-
you 5 for
Hi,
free?
I'm Greg.
I'm not sure if this is what you're looking for, but I think Greg got it from a man from New York.
Greg, good luck to you.
Greg cheating on me and
What was that, Greg?
That's enough. All right, so
Wow.
playphrase.me.
Instead of one more phrases you have to pay.
If you become a
Is that
sponsor,
what it is? Oh,
yeah. If you're not a sponsor, you have a limit of 5. If you want to watch without limits, you become a sponsor of the project. But I mean, it's so cool how quickly it happens. You just type in a phrase or a word, and it boom, it goes to those. It goes to those movies. Goes to 5 of them. So I thought that was fun.
interesting.
So Tom got it right. Yep, the Miami Heat, the Utah Jazz, Oklahoma City Thunder, and the Orlando Magic are all teams in the NBA without an S at the end of their name. All the other teams have an S at the end of their name.
That is a great trivia question. I am going to incorporate that one.
There you go. Keep that one handy. I think that's it. I think that was everything. As I mentioned before, Trunk or Treat at Kegel is today from noon to 2. Those 2 hours at Kegel, Harley Davidson should be a whole lot of fun. The weather's going to be great for it today. Weather's going to be great all weekend. I was telling Tom before the show started, I was doing a bunch of yard work yesterday. I hurt my knee. I don't know what I twisted it or what I was doing a lot of kneeling and cutting and just stuff on the ground, and I think I twisted my knee. But the weather is going to be awesome. Get out and enjoy it. And here comes November. And how cold is our November going to be? I don't know. We shall see.
Hard to tell.
Hard to tell. All right. So if that's everything there, before we get to our big number of the week, we want to take a little look around PAWS this week.
Yeah, someone said there were some really cute kittens in the back room, so we might have to head back there. Let me
All right.
just switch this around. I never
Let's
remember
go.
how to do this from one week to the next. What did I do?
I think you turned off your camera instead of flipped it around. There we go. There you're back again. Where's the little camera flip option?
I got it, but there it is.
It is. Bingo.
It just took a minute to flip.
Put a PAWS logo right there. Boom, boom.
Oh, flip this over and see the.
Yay! Oh,
did I mirrored it, and then my fingers must be slippery today.
now it's
There's
the 22nd of October.
October. We're still not as good as September, but we're getting there.
9 days left. You got
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and last month we had 15 dogs by the end of the month. I'm not sure. We got some dogs in today. And then we got some dogs in due to the hurricane yesterday from a different group. What they try to do is empty shelters so that they have room for the hurricane cats. Here's some kittens. Busy eating. Well, one's eating, one's playing, and one's sleeping. Of course, these are special needs kittens. Oh, he's breaking. I don't know. The one in the back is Siamese, but she's got this white spot on his nose. Bonded pair. Their owner passed away. I don't know. I'm just sneak in the back room and see these kittens if I dare. Ooh, just a little bitty ones.
Oh.
It just came in. There's 4 of them. I think there's 4. The one is a little bit bigger.
One looks like it's black.
Yeah, in the back is a black one.
Yeah, they're all from the same litter, huh?
I think so. Oh, now they're getting up because they think I'm going to feed them.
Oh,
Sorry.
Yeah.
And blending into the blanket back there.
But we have a lot of kittens. So if you want to fill your trick-or-treat bag with a kitten,
yeah, there you go.
Let's pass out. Here's another black one. You're looking for black. I thought you were tuxedo kittens, Tom.
I like all cats.
Oh, here's an orange one.
Oh, yeah.
This is bonded pair candy. I thought it was candy cane and licorice. And I bet this is licorice.
Oh, yeah.
Candy cane's getting ready to get your furniture scraped up. It's a beautiful cat. Look at making a mess in there.
That's a beautiful cat right there. Wow, I don't know if I've ever seen a cat that color. Wow.
We consider that a buff. Who is this? This is Sunny. This is Krabby. Frederick. I can say Krabby. We're on the air here.
He's just looking a little crabby this morning.
Yeah. He's got that look. See? Just has that crabby look. Oh.
All right.
I think that about does it. I think I get, even though I was, the volunteer looked at him after I left and said, "Oh, he does look crabby."
Looking for someone to cheer him up.
Yeah. Adoption Center open today from 11 to 3.
Awesome.
So, and be on the lookout. We've got some new dogs, and I still have Lulu.
Oh, that's right. Lulu came back.
Lulu came back, and she's thinks she lives at my house, but she doesn't.
Not forever. This is not your forever home.
But she's a good dog. She just needs a special owner who understands rescue dogs.
Okay. Awesome. Well, there is our tour of PAWS. If you have any questions, 815-299-PAWS is their telephone number, 815-299-7297. or their very excellent website, pawshs.org.
I don't think we have anything big coming up. We do have, well, I don't think we have anything big coming up. We do doing something with
Halloween or Christmas.
Greenhouse again for Pictures with Santa.
Pictures
But
with
that's not December, so we can talk about that later.
PAWSHS.org, or follow them on Facebook too. Always good information from the PAWS Humane Society. All right, it's time. Let's do this. Let's get into our big number of the week. I got a graphic to share. I'll remember it this week. Ready? Oh, so exciting. Yes. Our big number of the week this week is a big number. It's 60 million. Yes. 60 million. Our answer is river or restaurants. And our current race to 10 has Tom leading 7-3. That's a football score, Tom. 7-3.
Yep. I let Joann kick a field goal there.
That's a Thursday night football score.
Yeah. Except they scored a touchdown. That wouldn't happen on Thursday night.
Right.
I think there were 2 games in a row where there wasn't a single touchdown scored.
All right. So let's give me your answer. River or restaurants? 3, 2, 1. Go.
River.
Restaurants.
Oh, Joanne's going the other direction. Tom's going with the river. All right. So someone's going to get a point. So let's change that really quick. The river in question is the Mississippi. And last week, more than 2,000 barges were backed up along the Mississippi River because at certain points, the water level was too low.
Wow.
We haven't had enough rain late summer, early fall. So the river's basin accounts for 92% of U.S. agricultural exports, 78% of global exports of soybeans and feed grains, this according to The Guardian. And when the river was closed at least 3 times during the Great Plains drought in 2012, the U.S. economy suffered $35 billion in losses. That's with a B. So the answer this week is river. Oh, Joann, you're up to 4 now. It's 7-4.
The answer was restaurants.
The answer was restaurants. If it feels like working from home has given you a lot of your life back, well, it has. Americans who work from home spend 60 million fewer hours commuting to work every day, according to research from the New York Fed. So what are we doing with all of our newfound time?
In restaurants.
More sleeping, enjoying life, exercising, and hanging out with friends at restaurants and bars. That's what we're doing with our extra hours.
Yay, points.
Yay, points. 7
All right,
now.
Wayne. You got 2 safeties here.
You'll get me talking football if I want to or not, right?
Yeah, that's right. Absolutely.
All right. Any final thoughts before we wrap up this week's show? Oh, I want to mention next weekend, there's another trunk or treat here in New Milford at the New Milford Commons. So we'll plug that again next week. But trunk or treat today.
Oh, yeah, our trunk or treat for our church is on Sunday.
This Sunday?
Yeah.
So
no,
yeah,
next Sunday.
Next Sunday. Okay. Lot this weekend, lot next weekend. So
your candy.
Today, noon to 2. Next week will be the New Milford Commons one right outside of JJ's. Yeah, so that's coming up next weekend. All right. I think that wraps it up, friends.
Okay.
Remember, you change the world when you help one person. Be a blessing to someone this week, and we'll try to do the same and meet you back here for another Saturday morning Stateline show. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.